Hi everyone, this is your biology class. I'm your teacher Seema Atreja. Student, in this lecture we are going to discuss one of the important topic from the Cbse point of view. Lots of time this is asked by Cbse in your board exam. That is the menstrual cycle. We also called it as ovarian cycle. It is the characteristic feature of primates like monkey, apes, human being or human female. Actually, in this lecture we are going to discuss the menstrual cycle in case of human female. Menstrual cycle is the reproductive cycle in case of human female, which is of 28 days cycle. During this period, certain changes, cyclic changes takes place in the body of the female. Changes we observe in case of ovary as well as in uterus. These changes prepare the human female for fertilization, for placenta formation, that is establishes or prepares the human female for pregnancy. This menstrual cycle starts at puberty and ends with menopause. This menstrual cycle remains suspended during pregnancy. Pregnancy period in case of human female is of 280 days. So during pregnancy period, menstrual cycle does not work. Cyclic changes in the body of the female does not take place. It also remains suspended during lactation period. Lactation period after parturition or childbirth. The newly born child takes feed from the mother's body. This is known as the lactation period. So at that time, menstrual cycle does not work. It remains suspended and it permanently stops. Permanently stops at menopause. At the age of 50 to 52 years, that is the age in case of human female when menopause takes place and menstrual cycle permanently stops. So reproductive period in case of human female is from puberty to menopause, where reproductive cycle works and reproduction is possible in case of human female. This menstrual cycle completed in 4 phases, and these cyclic events starting from one menstruation till the next one. At the time of menopause, certain changes we observe in case of human female. These changes are estrogen level starts decreasing day by day. As the estrogen level decreases, the human female feels hot flushes. Human female feels lots of heating in their body. Mood swings also takes place in human body. As the estrogen level becomes zero, testosterone level increases, and due to increase in testosterone level, few facial hairs starts growing. In human female. Actually, testosterone is the male sex hormone which is responsible for developing hairs in case of male. But in case of female, during the menopause, at the time of menopause, as the estrogen formation stops, testosterone starts working. Not in every woman, but in certain women's testosterone level increases at the menopause and facial hairs growth started in them. This menstrual cycle is completed in 4 phases. First phase is menstrual phase. Which is of about 4 to 5 days. During this period, inner lining of the uterus, that is endometrium, which participate in placenta formation, its breakdown along with the blood vessels present in them. So bleeding takes place during this period, and which is of 4 to 5 days. Second phase is follicular phase. We also called it as proliferative phase. And it is of about 10 to 12 days. During this phase, follicular development takes place inside the ovary. Primary follicle produced, secondary follicle, tertiary follicle, and then Graafian follicle produced. Inside the Graafian follicle, secondary oocyte is present. And after the complete development of the follicles, third phase started, that is known as the ovulation or ovulatory phase. Ovulation, that is release of egg or secondary oocyte, takes place from Graafian follicle. This is known as ovulation. It takes place at the 14th day, that is mid of the menstrual cycle. That's why this is known as the ovulatory phase. After ovulatory phase, ruptured Graafian follicle is converted into corpus luteum. That's why the fourth phase is known as the luteal phase. We also called it as secretory phase. Which lasts from 15th day after ovulation till 28 days. Why we called it as luteal phase? Because corpus luteum is produced from ruptured Graafian follicle. Ruptured Graafian follicle converted into corpus luteum. That's why it is known as luteal phase. And from corpus luteum, progesterone secretion started. That's why it is known as secretory phase. Progesterone secretion takes place from corpus luteum if fertilization takes place and pregnancy is established. So this corpus luteum persists till the pregnancy period and progesterone is formed from corpus luteum. But if fertilization does not take place, if fertilization does not occur, then corpus luteum breaks into corpus albicans. Progesterone secretion stops and menstruation started. So these four phases takes place during one menstrual cycle. We will discuss all these four phases in detail in our next lecture. Thank you so much.